Hello, everyone. I'm going to talk about a topic of major interest for many people, and that's participating with other faiths and such. Now, I first want to comment that there was an interview I saw with an Episcopal bishop and Stephen Colbert, and Colbert was kind of making fun of the bishop and the Episcopalians for basically always having on their church sign something like "everyone is welcome," and they don't have an asterisk of like "except for." I mean, everyone is welcome to an Episcopal church usually, and I mean there are a lot of ELCA Lutheran churches like House for All Sinners and Saints basically is based off of that sort of attitude. There was a Methodist church that, as a way of showing how welcoming they were, put up a sign that said, "God prefers kind atheists over hateful Christians." There was a Catholic church that had this big thing about anyone's welcome. They made this big list. And actually, when I was a little kid, I was babysat by Catholics. And I talked with one of them because they went to Catholic school. These were neighbors from a couple of houses down. And she told me that there was someone who like didn't believe in God or someone who doesn't believe in all this or that, but at mass they still seem to have a great time. And I have to say I definitely think that there are people who don't believe in any of the doctrines but still get something huge out of going to church. Now, is it the same for other religious faiths? Well, for me, I mean, by technicality, I'm actually still Jewish. I mean, it's from my mother's side, and I guess, but because I'm following in the footsteps and trying to basically, I've found salvation through Jesus, a Jewish rabbi. So, because I've found salvation through a Jewish rabbi, I'm supposedly not Jewish anymore. Makes perfect sense. But anyway, I definitely really like participating in a lot of Jewish practices, and I also for me I'm also gonna I actually am gonna be playing music for a pagan group for their Beltane ritual, and I mean it's both to help them out, and they're also offering me dinner and probably a beer, I mean, for doing that. So yeah, can't really turn that down. But I really haven't think there is absolutely nothing wrong with participating in different different rituals and ceremonies and practices of other religious faiths. I mean, I remember hearing an atheist mentioning that she decided to observe Lent and give something up for Lent just because she thought it was probably just a good thing to do. And I definitely know people of other religious faiths who I mean, who like to look at different religions. There was someone who was at the college I went to. There was someone who was very openly Jewish, and was just really excited that she was going to be going to church for the first time with one of her classmates. And so I really think that it's great. I mean, there are also different places that are combining these religions and sort of doing these combos. Now, I personally think we should continue having different groups that where their ceremonies and services and things are just that religious faith. But I do think that people should be open to practicing other practices and such as well. I mean, I've incorporated different little parts of other faiths into just personal little things I do by myself. Um, yeah, but that's mostly what I have to say. But I'm also gonna talk with ask Jesus what he has to say. But of course, I'm only able to read things he already said, so I can't travel back through time and interview him. But this is from the Gospel of Thomas. It's saying number 14, and it's gonna sound really weird at first, but yeah. Jesus said to them, "If you fast, you will bring sin upon yourselves. And if you pray, you will be condemned. And if you give to charity, you will harm your spirits." Very surprising to hear Jesus say that. "When you go into any region and walk through the countryside, when people receive you, eat what they serve you and heal the sick among them. For what goes into your mouth will not defile you, rather it is what comes out of your mouth that will defile you." Now, the first part of that saying, the very beginning, I'm not sure what he's saying. I'm not sure if he means don't fast and don't pray and don't give to charity. I mean, in the Sermon on the Mount, he says when you pray, do it in private. When you give to charity, don't deform your face and do it openly, but do it quietly. And when you fast, don't like put ashes across your forehead. Although just about every Christian does that on Ash Wednesday, but really I think he's talking more about the mentality of doing it for showing off your faith, showing off your giving to charity, showing off you're doing this and that. And I think it's more you should do it for the good of it, not not to and really then the second part of this is really about adapt to other people's cultures and their different things, and but it's how you behave towards them. Love them is really what I think he's saying. It's it's how you love them, how you behave towards them. Treat them with kindness and love. Now I'm gonna go back to the biblical gospels. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be using the King James translation. I'm a bad boy, but this is Matthew 10. It's basically part of what I already read, but Matthew chapter 10 verse 8. "Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give." Basically, do good to others, help others. Go around and help them. Now, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verses 8 and 9. "And into whatsoever city ye enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you, and heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, The kingdom of God is come nigh unto you." So, very much the same thing. Go into different cities and help. Do good for them. Now, I'm gonna also go to, for the next part of that saying, the what goes into your mouth and what comes out, go to the Gospel of Mark, chapter 7, verse 15. "There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man." And in the Gospel of Matthew, he says basically the same thing. Once I flip to that page. Gospel of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 11. "Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth the man." But basically, it's basically, I think, primarily he's talking about helping others, basically doing good for others. It's how you interact with others. It's not how you. It's not about. Yeah. And I'm not sure if I'm giving the best explanation. I'm not sure if I'm understanding it correctly. But overall, the point of this is participate and join in with different groups and different people with what they do. And this doesn't just include religious rituals, but it can include all sorts of things. Different customs at parties, and yeah, be kind, polite, and loving, but do good to them. That's basically what I have to say. Thank you for watching. Shalom.